Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Michigan versus Maryland, which will be happening on the Big Noon Kickoff on Fox this Saturday. Uh, it's kind of cold and breezy here in Michigan, and it's feeling a lot more like football weather in the state. So I'm excited to see what the weather will be like during that game. Probably not this cold, but it's going to be comfortable, maybe breezy. It's the first day of fall now. And Michigan has played Colorado State, who is 0-3, Hawaii, who is 1-3, Connecticut, who is 1-3. Maryland has played Buffalo, who is 0-3, Charlotte, who is 1-3, and Southern Methodist, who is 2-1. So they have the edge there on opponents played. I don't know how much that will factor into the stats I'm about to tell you. Michigan on offense has 55.3 points per game and 498 yards per game. 266 of those yards are passing and 231 are rushing. So, they're pretty balanced offensively, both passing and running the football. And let's not forget, probably just like Maryland, I didn't watch all their games, but pulling starters early, second string even early, and they're putting in third string and backups. Maryland, on the other hand, though, has 40.3 points per game and 499 yards per game. So similar in yards, but Michigan is scoring 15 points per game more than Maryland. Passing the ball, 310 yards per game for Maryland, and rushing the ball, 189 yards per game. So, they're not as balanced as Michigan. It seems they rely on Tulia a little more than Michigan does for their quarterback, which will be J.J. McCarthy again. Defensively, 5.7 points per game is what Michigan is giving up, and 194 yards per game. 91 of those are through the air and 103 on the ground. Conversely, Maryland is giving up 19.3 points per game and 392 yards per game. Passing the ball, 274, and rushing the ball, 118. So if there's a difference between these teams statistically, defense is where it's at. And Michigan will need that defense versus Tulia Tagovailoa. He, so far this season, has 298 yards per game and 6 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. But, he has 4 capable weapons that he can sling the ball around to. Raheem Jarrett so far has 11 receptions for 196 yards and a touchdown. Deshaun Jones has 11 receptions for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacob Copeland has the 6 receptions for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. And tight end Corey Dykes has 12 receptions for 102 yards and a touchdown. So on the ground, they can sling it around through the air. That concerns me. It will test Michigan's secondary and that pass rush. On the ground, running the ball, Maryland has Roman Hemby, 32 attempts for 294 yards, so about 100 yards per game. And they also have Antoine Littleton II, who has 12 attempts on the season for 108 yards and 4 touchdowns. So it seems like, both of them are getting some snaps versus lesser competition, kind of like Blake Corum and Edwards. Edwards is out now, but who knows if he'll be back for the Maryland game. I doubt it. But C.J. Stokes is there. So, both teams, just like passing the ball, Michigan has plenty of weapons too, throwing the ball around. And if you want to go see more on Michigan's side of the ball, you can go watch my non-conference recap, I guess. and that'll explain more about the University of Michigan. But this is all about basically Maryland and what they've done this season, and if it's going to sway me on my prediction or not. I don't think so. I think Michigan handles business offensively. Remember, it'll be the first time that JJ will play more than a half, probably. And he's 88%, 30 of 34 for 479 yards, I believe, and 3 touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. So I just don't see Maryland slowing down that defense. Or the offense. I think Michigan will score 50-plus points for the 4th straight time to open the season. And that defense will give up some points. I don't think it's going to be, they're not going to be tested throughout the game. They will give up some points here and there along the way. I think Michigan wins 52-24 over Maryland. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is it going to be a bloodbath? Is it going to be a close game? Will Michigan hold them to less than 24? Or will Tulia be able to score a lot more than 24? Let me know. And remember, everybody, to have a great day. Thank you.